This is your market recap for March 24th, 2025. Today we played extremely bullish, and honestly, I was not expecting this huge bullish candle, especially with this premium opening, this premium new week opening gap that we had. So when I woke up, I saw this, right, just straight bullish action. And so I immediately thought, good, London's playing bullish, which means New York's going to reverse, close this gap, and then set a low for the week so we can play bullish for the rest of the week. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. New York just kind of kept marching higher and higher and higher, hit these highs over here, and then kind of just flattened out from there. So as we're going to the lower time frames, we'll start talking about more of why I built my bias the way I did. One, this is too big of a bullish leg in my opinion. There needs to be some sort of retrace, some sort of bearish move. We didn't get that. So 2 a.m., so London session just played bullish, right? Even if this was a reversal, we should have been playing bearish, but it once again flipped to bullish. So London session bullish, meaning I was expecting New York to reverse and play bearish. And obviously that did not happen. Market opened here, we came down into this 1 hour fair value gap, as well as a 15. There's also this 4 hour to note, this 4 hour sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency with marked out by these purple lines. We see that market opens, touches the bottom of this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and immediately shoots higher. Once we get to the lower time frames, I'll go over what I expected to happen for the first, for AM session at least, and then go from there. So we touched this, just expanded higher. There was no real, apart from the opening range, there was no real expansive moves. As you can see, there's just a ton of wicks, right? So small move up, retrace, small move up, retrace, small move up, retrace. It took out both these highs. Lunch happened, took out buy side, came down, took out sell side. Algorithm kicked back in, took out sell side. SMT of these lows, playing highs, once again, hit those, and then we kind of meander out to end the day. Now, again, you can kind of see that, this is just crazy bullish action. We have had, at the point of market open, 264 handles without a retrace. Kind of a lot. This does make me think that we're going to be playing bearish for the rest of the week, which we could if we stayed in this 4 hour. I'll look on the higher time frame at the end to just kind of wrap everything up. But back on this 1 minute, we can see extremely bullish. So that's why I was expecting some sort of reversal retrace type thing. Didn't end up getting that. We got a bearish move pre-market, the 9 to 9:30 with this right there. Again, market opened, came down, tapped this low, played bullish from there. A couple 5 minutes sprinkled throughout here, reacting of price. Reaction, retrace, boom, up, reaction, launch, takes out highs, boom, comes down, takes out lows. If we look at this low, 328.25, and this low here, 328.50, almost swept that. Maybe an SMT, and then we play bullish from there. But since we were bullish for AM session, lunch is looking to play bearish. And we get, within this macro, we get the low here and this high here. So that's pretty directional and high volume macro there. So once we take out these lows, we rally one more time, and then algorithm kicks back in, and we know that if price wants to continue its move from AM session, it usually attacks opposing liquidity, which this low right here would classify as barely sweep that during this macro, which lets us know that it doesn't really have any huge sell side intent. So we reverse off that, create an SMT of these lows. You'll see on the 1 minute time frame an entry, playing bullish, targeting these highs there, which of course happens during the macro. Now, if we're looking at price here, I was bullish, right? I was bullish for the first bit. I wanted to see a bullish move to take out these highs and then continue bearish. So with this huge SMT down here and this lower time frame SMT, I was looking to enter off this rally here with these candles on the 15-second chart. However, there was no filling of an array, so I was not able to enter. Price came down to this fair value gap right here. Could have entered here, but again, I was bullish and news was at 9:45. So you can see here I have an SMT marked of these highs as well as a market structure shift to the downside because I was really looking to take this short, but price never ended up affording us an entry. So price reacted off this fair value gap, played bullish one more time. Macro here, another time I thought market reverse. Market moved since 9:30, 9:35-ish, so that's pretty early, meaning I was looking for it to reverse during the macro because of that. So once we hit this high in the macro and started rounding out price here, I said, okay, that's good. No SMT formed. Tiny SMT here pushed us down a little bit, reclaiming this fair value gap over here. But we ended up continuing to play bullish from there. Took out these highs, created an SMT, caused the retrace to this 5-minute here. And if you look, it's not even to equilibrium. So it's a little odd. Price today was odd in my opinion. Reaction off this 5-minute bullish, retrace, bullish one more time, taking out this high here. High during the macro, no SMTs over here. Played bearish at the start. Once again, missed this low by 1 tick. Played higher, taking out these relative equal highs. Once again, macro, low, high, right? Both within the same one. We come down, get an SMT of these highs, and again, since lunch, we're looking for an opposing move of AM session, which means we were looking bearish today. SMT here could have caught shorts. One, wasn't looking at the chart. Two, price moved too quickly and left, as you can see, a absolutely huge fair value up. So this would have been like a 1 to 1.5. Not really with that. So we take out this low without any conviction. We take it and immediately come up off of it. Come up, algorithm kicks back in at 130. Come lower one more time. Barely take out this low. If we look at this low here, up here, it is 20,309, and this one is 20,308.25. So 3 ticks, price swept, immediately came up off of it. ES made a lower low here, and since we are bullish, looking to continue the AM session move, why? Well, one, because it just seems to be what price is doing. As much as I'd like to see this reverse and tip down here, lunch would have had to be a more heavy move to the downside for me to want to do that. Two, this super weak sweep. 3 tick sweep, and then we play bullish. 2, during the macro. 3, right? Then we get this higher time from SMT. That seals it. Get a change in the state of delivery to the upside. 15-second fair value gap. Entry as close to that as you can get. And then stop a couple ticks below this low, targeting old highs throughout here, 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 and here, which gets hit during the macro, where price looks to seek untouched liquidity for the last hour of trading. We attempt to come down here, fail this time, take buy side instead, and then come down. So if we look on a higher time frame, could we play bearish for the rest of the week? Yes, is the answer. Absolutely we could. If we look here, I mean, weekly fair value gap, validated here, broke through it, volume imbalance inside the fair value gap. I think we may just continue the bearish move for the rest of the week. We're a premium opening range gap for this week. We have a huge expansive bullish day. The only reason for doing that, unless we're extremely bullish, which I don't think we have a reason to be, this is a sizable retrace. if we look at the last leg, mind you, this whole thing is technically the leg. But if we go down to the 4-hour, this leg here is retraced. So, yeah, volume imbalance inside the weekly fair value gap, inverse fair value gap. We could be playing bearish for the rest of the week and longer, taking out this low and this low. And with all this talk about recession, I would not put it past, you know, it would make sense to have a very large retrace, is all I'll say. So, with that in mind, we'll see what happens tomorrow. And by that, I mean tonight, London session. See where price wants to do, if it has any intention of continuing higher or if it wants to fall off. Just looking at how price reacts here, especially around constant encroachment this weekly, I think we're going to stop. And I think we are going to play bearish for the rest of the week. But like I said, we react to the markets. We don't try to predict them. We set up predictions so that we're able to react quickly. But at the end of the day, we are just reacting. So this has been your market recap for March 24th, 2025.